Hey guys, let's do a breakthrough shodan idea, but it's actually more of a break out of shodan. So here I'm playing as one done, but you don't need this much. This is how you play to break out of one done. I may have said that in an awkward fashion, but let's hope it meant something. Okay, 3 stones. I'm white. I personally prefer this move. AI doesn't prefer it, but I prefer it. Perfectly good for human standards. I play this one because one of my old teachers, the great Jujo Jang, just tremendous depth of knowledge, he plays here. And so it's a pleasant memory for me to play here, to honor him, as it were. My opponent plays here. And speaking of Jujo, when he gets approached, sorry about that, he takes that opportunity to play away. And it's always C6. I've never played this enough to figure out why, but he plays this way. And if black continues, he just plays away again. The idea being that if he gets pinched, you just run out. Everything's fine. It's a really fast way of playing. Black plays here. I go ahead and work with my stones, developing the top. Real important thing here. Don't try to take the points on top. If you start claiming those are your points, you're going to lose the game consistently. They're hard to take, and they're not as big as they look. Okay, black comes in. I'm not going to try to take them. The left is bigger than the top. As my first Go teacher said, play to the virgin territory. So the left, great. This is bigger than the top ever could be. Pinch. I am not going to start some vague fight where he lives real easy and I get nothing. No. Just one thing at a time. How about I live unconditionally and I take all the points of the corner, which aren't his yet, but I mean, it's nice getting these points. On top of which, he's got this annoying white stone left over. It's kind of a thorn in your side, you know? So at any time, I can start messing around. I'm not saying now's the time, but it certainly is a thorn in his side. Okay, let's just check things real quick. We'll call it the A beat group. The A group, looking good. B group is fine all by itself. This is something that AlphaGo has shown us, which we didn't used to think in the old days. That white wall's just fine. And then you ask, well, what makes you think it's fine? I mean, I don't want to get attacked. Well, just let's do a little logic. If you have 3 ways towards health, then you're healthy. You can run to the side, run to the center, run to the center, bother that stone on the left in Sente. You have at least 3, if not 4 options for health. You're quite healthy. Okay, heading back here. So my B group, just fine. Now let's head over to the bottom and talk about the C group. It's certainly alive, but life and health are 2 different things. If you can live, and I get 5 forcing moves, forcing you to live, and I get 20 points on the outside because I got 5 moves out there, that wasn't me being healthy. That was me getting pushed around. So we don't want to get pushed around. We want health, not life. So am I healthy? Well, let's just look at a couple of things. For instance, he can play this in Sente. I don't see the concern. Okay. He can play this in Sente. He's still full of holes here. If he wants any sort of practical profit, he's going to have to add a move. Well, he can add a move anywhere and get practical profit. So I'm not concerned so far. He can play here, which is my personal biggest concern, because now he can play this move. Well, I'm still fine. Let's look at worst case scenario. I'm just alive. Yeah, but he did surround me pretty good. Yeah, but how many moves did I get play away? I got one. Was it 2 or 3? In either case, I got 2 moves away, and I still lived. Okay, so I'm really not. And there's other ways to get out too. There's other things to do other than worst case scenario for white. But I like to look at worst case because then I feel clear about it. Okay, my move. Everything's fine. I did play here. I thought I played the 3-3, right? I'm fine. He's fine. Let's go to a big move. But the reason I didn't, let's just make it a pass so I can see board clearly. I'm going to call this Sente. It's not exactly Sente because my A group will still get out and survive, but there's no way my A group is strong enough to be fighting in the B or C area. Once I'm strong there, then I can fight. Well, he just made it so I'm not going to get strong there. So it's I get the points or he gets the points. So it's points times 2. Plus, when he plays here, what are my chances of using this Aji at C? They're dwindling, getting less and less meaningful. While if I play there, I'm getting the points, and he's more bothered by A. As a matter of fact, I might be prepared now. I might not, but I'm already close and things are getting interesting. So it's a really big move, far bigger than it looks on the surface. Few players tend to play this or one less because they like to see the points and health, but you're not playing it for the points and health. You're playing it for the idea that his one move changes the entire character of the left. You can no longer do anything there of significance because you're weak. Okay, so we're doing it for strength, which happens to produce points, and it produces Aji. Okay. He comes up. Funny little move. Very thin. Nothing really I can do about it at the moment. But these things, goes not about what happens this move. Goes a long game. It's what happens in 100 moves. Well, that thin spot's going to be a problem. And it was. Okay, then I go 3-3. Boom, boom, boom. Remember, we always ask, when do I press this final one and when do I not press? Now, I'm sure you've all heard me do this 1,000 times, but I think it's important, so I keep restating it. This is his gote. Not only am I alive, but chances are I'll do this first and be alive. So it's his gote, and the bottom's not that big, and even if it was, I can just come over and deal with it however I want to. So I don't think the bottom's that big for black. There's something there, but I don't see it as significant. The other criteria is, if I play it and he ignores, am I happy? No. The rights, I'm getting very little on the bottom. In gote, I have to come back. And he's getting a very large right side in Sente because I have to come back. He doesn't. So in this case, I'm not going to sneak under that last time. It's not necessary. It's nice, but not necessary. Okay. So where to next? The big area is the right. And there's 2 places to start? There's a chance that C's a possible starting point because it hassles the corner quite a bit. So we should say 3 places. I kind of like the idea of area 1 developing. I mean, when I play B, I see area 1 developing. When I play A, I don't see any white developing at all. So when it comes to white's size, I prefer B. It's a strong attack against his corner. I mean, strong surrounding type move. There's a lot to say about B. A is more straightforward. 3 clear directions for health. But B is a forcing move. And I've been playing B, I would say, not a year, but let's say 9 months. And I like to pick a move and just play it over and over and over and over and over and try to learn when and where and how and what's it all about. And when I'm finally comfortable with that, then I'll perhaps choose another one. Before this move, I played A for, 2 or 3 years. And now I'm about 9 months into B. And in my early dawn, I'd always play C. When I'm 1 dawn, 2, I was never 2 or 3 dawn. 1 dawn, 4 dawn, and Q here all the time. And I haven't played this in a long time. Okay. None of that meant anything, just memory lane, cute stuff. Boom. Okay. Well, first punish. Really? He's obviously interested in area 1. I don't blame him. It's a nice looking area. And I would go so far as to say there's no white stones near it. The 2 stones are a bit far away to say black's thin. I mean, he's thin, but so I'm not sure this is a bad move. In regards to area 1, but it sure leaves that A group unattended. So I start thinking, okay, what if I go for this surround? Oh, he'll just live. Well, I got nothing. I'm even cut. Yeah. Okay, well, what about this one? Well, again, he'll just live. So how do I look at this? Okay, my B stones, they're fine. Why are they fine? Because his C stone, very weak, big gap at D, home nearby at E, and I can just run out at F anyway. I got health all over the place, so I'm not concerned about the B group. What am I concerned about? His A group in general and the corner specifically, because that's where all the points are here. So come on in. This just serves his whole group, and I get the points. Really awkward looking move. I thought step 1, in replaying this, I thought I had played here because breaking him seems meaningful. While if I don't break him, my 2 stones are looking significantly badly. So I thought I'd play here. In replay, here. Okay. If we look at this readout, his corner is about to get surrounded real quick. And I've got a number of options here. I don't recall what I was thinking at the time, but I know I considered this move and chose this one. Let's see how it goes. He gets out. Well, that's just silly. Now I get both. Okay. Here, oh, I have lots of ideas, but let's just connect our groups up. He can now split. That ruins everything. Don't let him split. Now I have nothing but a strong group there with points. By nothing, I mean he's nothing but brilliant. I'm not even talking about ourselves. I mean, there's the saying what's the saying on Star Trek TNG? They're nothing but persistent. Yeah, what's that species called? Oh, I wish I could remember. Love that one. Okay. So good for points, good for everything. Okay. Black. Okay. If I play here, I live with a couple extra points and it's his move. Yuck. How about I play here, which is a threat to turn, and I get the Sente instead of him getting Sente. Sente is a pretty valuable thing. Now he's supposed to play here, and then I play away, and I'm alive. But he played here. Well, why play here at all? Because he's got three in a row, which is not enough. I can hane, double hane, cut. There's all the, it's weak. So he should play four in a row. But he jumps, thinking of the overall territory. But that's still three in a row. So I make sure it's three in a row. Now, later, I believe it's later, I'll go ahead and use that. Okay, what did I do next? I don't recall. I'm starting to think it might be time for A. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Because I'm thinking, right? Maybe I'll come through with B. Really? That's just me against him in that area. There's more black stones there. I can't do anything. Okay, I'll start cutting through at C and chase his D group. Really? It's going to take me 3 moves to surround, at which point he's got the entire center. So there's nothing to do in these areas. What do you do when you don't know where to play? Play your Sente. Wonderful proverb. Got me out of a lot of problems. Cut in Sente. And now. There's a perspective I want to bring out here. I don't see any clear path, like I said, which is why I played my Sente. If I saw some clear path, I would just go take it, right? Okay. So what is this? Sente. Well, that might be Sente, but so's A. It's not like Sente is valuable, but Sente that what? Sente that brings up suspicion. When I play here, I'm seeing B and C groups split. Now, he can save, but then that means I've got 3 moves in Sente. But anyway, I'm seeing a cut. He's got weak groups here. Oh, will I attack next? I have no idea. I don't know what he's going to do. So I'm asking a question. That's all it is. That's the reason why you play your Sente when you don't know what to play, because you'll find out. He'll show you. So that's what we're seeing here. He's going to show me where to play. So white, black, cut, tie. Snapback doesn't work because he captures 2 stones, not 1. So connect and out. Okay. What are the A stones? They are a question. They're Aji. I have no intention of saving them. But you just made 4 stones in Gote. Yeah. Yeah. I might save them, I might not. It's just a question. You have yet to respond let's look at this one more time. Question, answer. Okay. Now we do the entire sequence. White starts. There's the question again. Every time I've played, I've presented the question. So I've never committed yet. All the ace stones could just die. I have no problem with that. Take them. It's your area. It's just a question. Okay. So he still hasn't told us what to do. Now I have a picture. I know I like the honey. And I know I like pressuring his A group. He's got this gap here, right? Big gap, along with a big gap, along with a big gap, along with a small gap, along with a vital point. He just told me where to go. So my job now is to ask, do I want to go in that direction? Let's add a black stone, because I think this is worth talking about. Let's add it here so it's a very strong formation. Okay. Will I be going after the A group? No, no way, no how. Then what do you do? Well, all there is here is the haunting. So we're going to ask another question. What are you going to do? Let's say he Ataris. Okay. I'm going to come over here because I have Sente on the left, on the right, but I don't know how to use it. So I'll start maneuvering. That's the whole point I'm trying to get at. You maneuver according to the situation. So in this situation, the Hane looks good to me. He plays. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, I'm looking forward to this move because the Hane, he can't play here, Atari kill. Right? So I'm seeing a weakness to the left. Well, I have no time to do that. He'll just kill me. Okay. Then when I defend, I like the direction A, I love the direction B, and now I'm right next to his gap. I've got options galore. So what's going to happen? I have no idea. But with this many options, it's hard to imagine white just going bad if I keep my eyes open. A place, press, specifically here, not jumping to A, specifically here, because that Hane is powerful. Okay. It's out. Sente, to kill something. Okay. Great. That's gone. But now we can just start walking out. In what manner shall I walk out? Well, A is a weak stone. There's a cut right there. B strong. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but I felt more secure running with B. Perhaps I should feel better running this way, saying, please, I want you to capture that stone so that I'm out. So I don't know what it should mean, but I took it as, it's going to start running out. When he played this, I felt like I must have made a mistake. I'm thinking, well, at least I can, and all of a sudden I felt a little trapped here, like I don't see a comfortable forward direction. So I started reading and reading. What can I do? I finally decide that he doesn't really have an answer for this. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but let's move forward. Okay, I can connect. Now I can kill that stone for an eye. He says, no, I got you instead. Fine. This is a double Sente move. I wanted to get it in. And here, I want to make sure he's not going to be, later he might get tricky with something. I just want to make sure he's committed. Sente to kill something. Connect out. Well, that sure worked. Even though I felt I made missteps here and there a little bit, still, you just walk right out. Okay, I'm going on at length about this because Q players tend to be at a loss. They tend to call it dawn magic. I'm remembering going back when I very first started teaching Go. So 1985, 1986, right in there. I used to go to the different clubs touring to spread my wares and do guest teachings, and people get to know me and start to want lessons. I mean, it was something I did. So I went down to the Santa Cruz club, which is in the Bay Area, and played with the one done. I gave him 4 or 5 stones, whatever it was. And there was 4 others watching. It was a booth, right? So it's very crowded and everyone's watching. And I step into his moil. And within 10, 15 moves, I make shape and walk out. And when I finalized my last move, which brought me health, it's the funniest things. All the heads turned at once and looked at me. And they said, that was beautiful. Because to them, it was magic. And to me, I just played the next move, just the obvious next move. I had no idea what was going to happen. I just played the obvious next move. And so if there's something to learn there, I hope you do. That it's not about a ton of reading. It's about good shape, go in a good direction, do what you can when you're there. Okay, he comes in. And at this point, let's check things out. I'm feeling pretty good about my A group. It doesn't have any eyes at all, but very out. Feels good. On top of which, his B group is not that great. So I'm not feeling troubled with my A group. My 2 C stones, they're fine. They can't get cut. My D stone, is it valuable? I don't know. Are you going to hurt the B group? I really have no right to. They're fine. I want to. I hope that comes about. But if I save right now, he just ignore, and it's not like I'm going to do anything. So, well, what does bother me? Him coming in here. I'm just seeing him disrupting everything. Now, there's a lot of ways of coming in. Let's just look at a few. For instance, here, let's say that I stop him from running out here. Well, let's just say I stop him from running under. Holy cow, how did I get in this mess? I got nothing but weak groups. I'm counting 4. I felt totally unprepared here. I did cut. Because if he's cut, the A group is weak. My mistake. Little embarrassing there. Here I am focusing on the left because in the replay, I didn't see anything against the A group. But if I cut, this is actually about defending the B group, because you heard my tone when I talked about it. Like, well, it doesn't even have an eye. At the moment, it's okay. But if I cut, it's a fierce attack against his A group, and I might catch the C stone. So I'm helping my B group in Sente, and I might do more. He comes out. Atari. That finishes what I just started. Now, that black group of his, the A group, I am now out and he's surrounded and he's thin. He now has trouble. Defends. He's about to capture my stone. I can't let that happen. And he's starting to get out as he's basically capturing the A stone. That's when I'm like, yeah, I need to do something. So I'm about to play. Come on. Here. That's the move, right? That's the idea. Here's another idea, same move. Here's another move, same idea, but now it's getting wider and thinner, less secure, but bigger. So I want something big, but also secure. Well, that's talking crazy talk. You can't do that. Well, what do you mean I can't do it? You remember that gap, his early gap? Remember that stone of mine inside? If I start there, now let's look at it this way. He captures, I say no. He says, yeah, I got the whole thing. Great. I just fixed my group with way more points than I had. Right? So whatever happens here, even if I sacrifice it, I'm stronger. Boom. He plays this way, connects strong. He now has nothing but cuts here. He fixes. Now when I come out, I'm higher and thicker. Much easier. Black. No moon. I can cut off A or B here. He has problems, but I don't feel prepared. So I get a little freedom and surround. That is to surround the A area. So it's my points and I'm secure. This is a weak point of mine. And this is me playing well instead of poorly. What I want to do, and I had to stop myself, I barely caught myself. I want to start fighting and chase the whole group, capture the whole center. But I tend to get in trouble because all of a sudden I find my A group is in jeopardy. How'd that happen? Well, because of the forcing moves the connect under moves at B, and I'm not prepared to fight. At least this is my problem. I tend to fight instead of defend. So I defended. And these moves at B are still there. But I'm strong now. Boom, 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 boom. Once, and then, twice. That's a valuable stone. That's the stone I'm going to cut them off with. Okay. Okay. I thought, the capture here, very big, makes everything secure. Then this capture. This is a big capture. Now, I'm doing these big, secure moves before I fight at A. If not, then later, he can get the big move in Sente, right? Because, well, let's just say, for instance, here, all of a sudden he's inside. I mean, there's all these weaknesses in front of us. So step one, get some clarity, get some strength so that you can fight. He's thinking this is Sente. It's not Sente. And then I go for the surround. Surround. Threaten. threaten, well, come into his big area, looking at that Aji, Atari, he can't save. So very big capture. Capture. I can still cut here at A. But I just want to do one thing at a time. So it's very big, capturing here. He saves the cut. He can play a wonderful double Atari at A. Sente. No, thank you. Atari. Now, I can cut at A. That's rather meaningful. But it doesn't work. Atari, capture. So I would love to play there. And now I can. Apparently, he didn't see it. So I save. Let me catch that in case my wife just texted me. Nope. I love these ads that come in. Treasure hunt giveaway, $100 gift certificate. Yeah, thanks a lot. This white move is more than just a white move. It's very thick and strong, getting the whole, all these stones are working together now. Boom, boom, the important side, just come out. No reason for Atari. Connect. And he gives up because he's dead. And without that, he's still behind. Okay, so kind of a calm game all about position rather than points. Hope it made some sense, meant a little something. Thanks, guys. Catch y'all later.